welcome to another episode of Dead Author Society, where we interview the spirits of famed authors. I am your host, Inara Truesdale, and today we will be interviewing famed children's author Roald Dahl. Hello, Roald.
Hello, Inara. It's great to be on your show. Thank you for having me.
It's so great to have you here, Roald. Let's dive into some questions, shall we? Can you tell us a little bit about your childhood, please?
Well, I was born in 1916 at Villa Marie. My parents' names were Harold and Sophie. I had 3 sisters. I don't remember much about my sister Astrid, as she died from appendicitis when she was 7, and my father died shortly after her. I don't remember much about that either, as I was only 3 years old. I remember being very sad and confused.
So, Roald, I understand your parents were from Norway, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So, what language did you speak at home growing up?
We spoke Norwegian at home, but as we were living in England, Father wanted us to learn English and go to British schools, as he thought very highly of them.
Roald is a very interesting name. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, my parents named me after Roald Amundsen. He was the first person to reach the South Pole. As their only son, I presume they had high hopes for me. I hope I did them proud.
You mentioned your father thought very highly of British schools. Did you feel the same?
Well, I was quite a naughty boy growing up, so I guess I didn't really enjoy my school life. Funnily enough, I wasn't a very good writer. I preferred to play more than write. I got in quite a lot of adventures.
Speaking of your adventures, did they give you any inspirations for your books?
As I said earlier, I was quite naughty when I was a young boy. I remember at my first school, Land of Cathedral School, I got caught with my friends when we put a dead mouse in a jar of gobstoppers at my local sweet shop. We were punished with a caning by the headmaster. And, of course, if you have read my book, The Great Mouse Plot, you will recognize that this book was based on my childhood misdeeds.
Ouch! That sounds painful. Any happy memories of growing up?
Well, during my years at Repton, the Cadbury Chocolate Company would occasionally send boxes of new chocolates to my school for all the pupils to try. I would dream of inventing a new chocolate bar that would win the praise of Mr. Cadbury himself, and so, this inspired me when I wrote my book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
You draw on personal experiences for your books. Can you tell us your inspiration for the twits?
Well, I have never liked beards. So when I thought of describing Mr. Twit, I gave him a beard as I always thought of them as ugly, and he was a very ugly man, inside and out. You see, children, if you are a good person that thinks good thoughts, your inner beauty will shine through. Don't be nasty people like Mr. and Mrs. Twit.
One of my favorite books of yours is Matilda. Is she based on one of your children?
Well, I have always written books with children in mind, and as I have said, I use my personal experiences as inspiration in my books. Matilda was the last book that I wrote before I died, and you could say my granddaughters were the inspiration for the Matilda character.
I understand that you are very close to your children and grandchildren. Your eldest daughter, Olivia, died from measles. Today we have vaccinations for measles, yet some children still die from them because their parents refuse to vaccinate. How do you feel about this?
Olivia was only 7 when she died. Remember, this was in 1962. We didn't have vaccinations for measles then. I believe that if we did, Olivia would have survived as we would have given it to her. I feel very sad that many parents still don't vaccinate their children. I think they should educate themselves about the dangers of measles, as children can still die from them.
Thank you for sharing. Before we go, do you have any advice for your readers?
Never do anything by halves if you want to get away with it. Be outrageous. Go the whole hog.
Thank you, Roald, for sharing your wisdom. We would like to thank Mr. Roald Dahl for coming on our show. We hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, goodbye.